Welcome to License to Ball Podcast. Turn that volume down. We're doing a Hoopsgiving Preview. 2 days of jam-packed full of games. Jam-packed full of a bunch of games. Get that going. Doing all this live stuff. It's working. We're working on getting the kinks out. It's getting better and better, I think, each week. Getting that better each week on that. We're going to have Lou the Kid from Prospect Central joining the podcast too, breaking down some of these kids. He has seen some of the kids and he's very familiar with them and everything. So I'm still trying to get this organized, exactly what I need to do on here. Man, so much to do, y'all. Apologize to all the people joining the show right now. Yeah, we got a couple of people on now, so we're gonna let some more people get in the room, join that, and I'm gonna do one other thing while they doing this and setting up something else. Yep. Let me see here. What are we looking for? Oh, there they go. I see him. Okay. We're going to go ahead and introduce Lou the Kid onto the show. That's not the button I was looking for.
Hey, I'm just here so I don't get fined. So y'all can sit here and ask me all the questions y'all want to. I'm going to answer with the same answer, so y'all can shoot if y'all please. I'm here so I won't get fined. I'm here so I won't get fined.
What's going on, Lou? You can hear me?
I can. What's up, hip hop?
No, that sounds good. Oh, shoot, my fault. I'm hitting the wrong damn button. Actually, your stuff sound better than Kyle's.
I
man.
might
What's
hear
going on?
an echo of me talking.
I don't know if you got on speaker or not. That might be why.
Okay. Off speaker now, but I still hear the echo.
Yeah, I hear you.
I could work with it.
What'd you say now?
I feel like I could work with the echo. It's just a little weird. I hear myself talk after I talk.
Oh, that could be frustrating. I had that little problem with my last video mixer. I had a little bit of problem with that myself on that. Man, so
It's like when you call into a radio station and they tell you to turn off the radio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely.
Because of the echo. But neither here nor there. Happy Thanksgiving.
That's right. It is Thanksgiving. I actually worked today, so I forgot it was Thanksgiving, so it wasn't even a holiday for me on that at all, man. When you got triple time, it's hard to turn down that triple time, man. It's real hard to turn down that triple time.
No, who doesn't forget about Thanksgiving? The Native Americans, though.
Yeah, I know that's right. I know that's right. You check out the Illinois game?
I did. A nice little butt whooping on the Razorbacks.
Yeah, I saw.
I mean, they got three. I think they got three pros on their team. Will Riley, the freshman, the Lithuanian freshman point guard, and then Ivicevic.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised at all from the outcome of the game. Even I'm an Illinois fan at all. Wasn't surprised at all, man. I think it's time for Calipari to retire.
Man, he just got to Arkansas.
He been coaching for 33 years. I think it's time for Kyler Perry to retire.
I remember he started at UMass.
Yeah, right up the boat.
My boy Marcus Camby.
Yep. And so I know you've been keeping up with the Caleb Wilson thing. I don't know if you saw that. What I predict him. He's going to North Carolina. That's what I got him going, man. I think Caleb Wilson going to North Carolina. We're going to talk about him too. We talk about him next. He's going to be there. Top 5 player in the country going to be there.
I mean, that'd be a heck of a pickup for the Tar Heels.
It just seems like, the reason why I say that, it just seems like outside looking in at all the schools, that you see the best interaction out of him at that school. I think he might have been to that school more times than any other school. And it's like he just take a good liking to the coach. On that for sure.
Did he visit Georgia at all?
Georgia? No, I don't think Georgia on his list at all. I don't think he probably visit Georgia. I'll say he probably visit Georgia. I don't know if he did. He visited a lot of schools, man. He visited a lot of schools.
I would love him going to UNC. MJ is my favorite player of all time. I used to love Hubert Davis, stroking it for the Knicks. Such a nice jumper, and he's paid his dues. I mean, he was an assistant at UNC for Roy Williams for a minute. So he's a good coach.
I'm gonna tell you this. I got these. I don't know if you got it. I don't know if you got the link. You go to Gymratinsider Twitter page, and you could click the link and watch it live while we're on here. But Caleb Wilson is coming into a different realm and a different part of his game. And the biggest part of his game, if you just look and see this video and the people who are watching, the only thing difference is his confidence. It's like he playing like he know he the ish. Like he used to play like he thought he was the ish. He was thinking he was, but now like he know he is. And like he playing like man amongst boys. He just playing with them.
Yeah, it's maturity, man. I mean, the more I watch him, I see so much Ace Bailey in his game.
Ace Bailey, I can see that too. I still think he'll modern day Scottie Pippen, man. I still think so.
He's bigger than Scottie. Scottie's defense was ridiculous.
You gotta understand this level. He not being asked to do that though at this level. The next level where he gonna be one of the boys. I think his defense is actually so much better this year. On the ball dribbling defense, I haven't seen it yet. There's really been no. Yes, actually we did see it. And he gonna make me contradict myself by this because at the Hawks Naismith Classic over there, he guarded Chandler Bing, and Chandler Bing scored 37 on him. But Chandler Bing's pretty good, and I think he's underrated, undervalued, and he going to Texas State. I think he'd be going somewhere so much better, man, so much better.
I mean, we gotta remember these kids are still like 17. So much growing to do. I mean, Scottie Pippen, you say he compares to Scottie Pippen. When Scottie Pippen was a senior in high school, he was 6'1".
Yep.
Right? He grew 6 inches in college.
Uh-huh.
So
I agree.
It's a lot of time in the turf. I mean, Caleb Wilson's a beast, though. You were definitely ahead of a lot of people. You loved his game before he was even in the top 10.
Yeah, he actually was one of the first. He actually was one of the first players when I came back from having my son. I took a hiatus. It's weird when I came back in the gym. A lot of people thought I was a new media guy. They didn't know I was an original media person in Atlanta. I understand they didn't know, but he was one of the first players that he was a 9th grader, I think, at the time. He was one of the first players that I was like, dang, that dude gonna be good. He gonna be special.
Yeah.
I said, man, I got to keep up with this dude. This dude going to be special, man. That's what I just telling myself, that this dude going to be special. That's what I was telling myself.
And you're not wrong.
Oh, now like, man, this dude gonna be special, man.
He seems like he has a good head on his shoulder. He stayed local.
Yeah, he sure did.
Hasn't really, it's not like his recruiting's not like a national news fest every day like some people.
Mm-hmm.
And he's on a heck of a high school team.
Yeah, he is. They got a good chance of winning state this year. They got a good chance on that. So, man, let's go ahead and jump into this Hoopsgiving preview. Okay, we're gonna go and pull up that, and we got Huntington Prep against Southern California Academy on that, man. What's your breakdown on that game?
That's the 1:00 game on Saturday, right?
Yep. The first game we're gonna feature. Now we can't cover every game. This tournament is so loaded. We can't just cover everything. We're gonna try to do the best. We're gonna do so much in it.
Well, for me, considering I'm all about young prospects, let's see how they blossom. We got a little Huntington Prep, and of course, the number one freshman in the class of 2028, Cameron Mercer. So super interested to watch him. But and then SoCal, they are, well, how do I say it? Loaded. They're probably the better team. Usually Huntington Prep obviously has had good teams throughout the years, but it fell off a little bit. Cameron Mercer should definitely play well, but SoCal is going to be a tough team to beat. One of the better teams in California. A few players I like. One of them's on range. His name is Godson Okoa. I've actually seen him on some mock drafts already, which is kind of crazy, but he's a really good player.
On that game,
and some other players.
Well, go ahead. My fault.
Ja'Kai Kante, really good point guard. He's the top 200 player in the nation. And then one more player I wanted to discuss was Trent McLean. He's going to West Virginia. He's another top 200 player. Jacob Ross. He's on SoCal Academy. He's committed to Minnesota. Excuse me.
Big Ten.
Yep. Kelvin Odoa, class of 2025. He's top 70. He's going to West Virginia as well. So they got a lot of good players. So I look for them to beat Huntington Prep. But like I said, Cameron Mercer is probably going to be the player to watch in that game.
Yep. On the sidebar note, man, Kawhi has kept Chester Frazier over there at West Virginia. I don't know if he's the assistant head coach or not, but in 1 year, he's making waves in 1 year. That joker,
he really has. There's so many commits in this tournament alone. There's about 3 or 4 West Virginia commits that are playing in this tournament, and then Huntington Prep's out of West Virginia. They're always good for a few players. So they're definitely a program on the rise.
Yep. I think I got it. It's something I was trying to do behind the scenes. I think I got it. I got it fixed a little bit. It was giving me some trouble. But I think I got it fixed now. But yeah, I mean,
another player though, real quick to look out for SoCal Academy is Delano Tarpley. So
why that name sound so familiar?
His father played in the NBA, of course.
You talking about Mel Tarpley?
Yeah.
That's what's up. I love seeing how these kids progress and they parents. come out and watch them because I want to jump in front of that thing. But you got the Boozer twins there. Pro Day gonna be in the house on that.
Yeah, I mean, basketball is a game of genes, right? So it's always a plus to have solid genetic DNA.
Oh, I know what I got to do. While I'm talking, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, but now I know exactly what I want to do because I haven't had a chance to do this before on that, but yeah, let me see how that view. Yeah, there we go. Set up another camera angle in here, so then try that out. I have some videos and stuff playing in the background. I just got to play with it a little bit on that. Before I did all that, what I needed to do was go to. That's why I need a producer for this show.
Baba Booey.
Man, I need a producer for this show. We're gonna go jump into that 7 o'clock game. Woodworth Academy.
Saturday.
Yeah, And Tampa.
North Tampa Christian.
Yeah, exactly.
Woodward.
Yeah. Oh shoot. Yeah, I got that Tampa Woodworth. I think that game gonna be a pretty good game. I don't know why that's crooked like that. I think that game's gonna be a pretty good game. But I think Woodward gonna win that game, man. They led by the Clemson commit.
Yeah, your boy, Zach Foster.
Yeah, most definitely. I do like him a lot.
Yeah, Woodward also has the other best freshman in.
Yeah, another NBA player.
Miles Hayes.
No, he got two. He got two kids on. He got one as I think he got one as a freshman, one and a sophomore.
Jarvis Hayes Jr. Yeah.
On that.
So Jarvis Hayes Jr., Miles Hayes. They got the Hayes lineage. But that Florida squad, they got Tony Bryant. He's the top 15 player in the junior class. And then, of course, they have possibly the no. I was going to say Cameron Boozer and Caleb Wilson probably the two best players at the event. And then I would say maybe Caleb Caskins. He's a top 15 player in the class of 2026. He's on Columbus High School. Then I would say Tony Bryant. He's top 20. He's definitely the best player on North Tampa Christian. So it should be a good game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of the best games, I think, of the day. I'm going to tell you this, that Jarvis Hayes Jr., he's underrated. He's undervalued. I'm going to say this name because, he's buzzing in Georgia. The kid's buzzing, and I love the kid of life. And that's Justin Wise. They have Justin Wise. Right. I was going to put this out in the freshman, but so much stuff be bam, 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 bam. And we got lives to live, so we got a lot of time to do things. So the buzz in Georgia and the consensus in Georgia that Justin Wise is one of the best. He's a sophomore this year, but he's the best freshman at the time, rising sophomore. I think Jarvis Hayes. Not looking at my list, but I have down just going by memory right now. I think he's the best sophomore in the state right now. He just undervalued. I think he's so under. I think he's so good, and another thing, he don't play for a Nike team, so he's not getting promoted like he should get promoted because he don't play on the Nike team, which is crazy. And then you got people brainwashed that if you play on certain teams, you already solidified to be one of the best players, or you're not that good. Because I remember I was over there in South Carolina in Rock Hill, pretty much North Carolina, really, but right outside of Charlotte, but South Carolina. And I was right outside Rock Hill. And I was talking, and the guy came down here from like New York, I think. He's a media dude, came down here from New York, and he's like, "It makes no sense." I said, "What's up?" He said, "Jacob Wilkins is on Team Honcho. It make no sense. He should be playing in EYBL right now. He should be up there." So I said, "Explain. Like, what you mean?" "Man, that league is the best league. Blah, blah, blah. It was all the players are." He kept in and do all blah, blah, blah. Dude, I said, he committed to Georgia. What are you talking about? He got a scholarship. I said, first of all, he got a scholarship. What are you talking about? He said, yeah. But I said, his deal reported to be 7 figures. What are you talking about? Why would you go play? You got what you need. They gonna bring his dead jersey out of the rafters. He's gonna wear it there. Probably gonna start. Got a scholarship. Deal starts at roughly estimated around low 7 figures, and could be more.
I mean, there's always haters, for people ain't hating and not doing something right.
I hear you about that. The higher the level you go, the bigger the haters get too. You might have had so many haters, but the haters gonna get bigger. All right.
The Hayes brothers are gonna be all right. Their dad's gonna lead them to the promised land.
No.
Former NBA player, share the same name, Jarvis Hayes Jr. Then his younger brother's even
Miles.
better than
I think
him,
Miles. His name is Miles. Miles Hayes.
Miles Hayes, the younger brother, yeah.
Dude, Jarvis is a beast. He long, wiry, athletic, lead with defense. The dude leads with defense. I mean,
That's
play.
a coach's dream right there.
He plays. The dude plays. And he plays both ends of the floor. The dude plays both ends of the floor just as hard. Like he'll go down, you go down and miss a shot, and then most players will jog back, and get back on defense. I seen multiple times. I looked at his dad. I was like, damn, that's impressive, because he went like, I don't know if he made the layup or he missed the layup, and there was no foul call. The kid went to the hole, went down, got knocked down, slid on the floor into the padding, got up. He was the third man down on the other end of the court on defense.
I mean, I love guys like that, number one. And number two, that's a lot of reasons why Cooper Flagg is so loved right now. He's got that dog in him too, just like that, right?
I still don't know about him.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but you just described Cooper Flagg's got that dog, right? He's an excellent defensive player, nonstop motor like that. You can't teach that. I used to think it was overrated, but for certain players, when you can do that, that's really a special thing.
I like Cooper Flagg. The problem with Cooper Flagg, we've been talking about this for about 10 years now, because it sounds like I be hating on players. No, it's not hate. I like Cooper Flagg. I just don't know he's valued at what they say he's valued at.
Oh, he's super overrated, but he's also 17 still right now. I mean, he's got a lot of growing, but the way they're talking about him, you know how the media is. They're just, they'll roll shit. I mean, Monty Bates was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. He was 16. How did that turn out?
His dad Monty Bates' dad got in the way. He wouldn't let nobody touch him. He's really the only one was training him, and he kept him. He's a hovercraft parent, and wouldn't let him go out there and experience things and really get pushed and had any things he had to work. What's the word I'm looking for? And not diversity.
Yeah.
Not the word diversity.
He was complacent.
And you could tell he has took over his game. I'm gonna tell you, another player was like that, but he was so damn good he overcame his brother. That was Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose was the same way too. Reggie was doing the same thing with Derrick. And look how good he is, and Reggie, and a lot of people after a while didn't want to even fool with Derek because of Reggie. And I remember I was talking to this guy for Chicago with the Rose program, and he was telling me that Derek was asking the dude to train him, and the dude it's like he told him he said D Rose said, Reggie don't handle my business no more. I need you to work me out. Like that.
Yeah, I always heard stories that he was always in Derek's business, but I get it. Also, I'm surprised you don't feel that him going to Memphis ruined him, considering who his college coach was.
I think he turned out fine. That's a good. I'm not gonna beat up on Calipari like that, but I think it was fine.
It was so good, Calipari couldn't even ruin him.
He ain't never lied. Hey, you ain't never lied. No, you ain't never lied. What's going to that?
You remember that story about Derrick Rose taking the SATs?
Yeah, somebody else took it for him.
Yeah.
And got caught.
There was something else like fake.
Yeah,
he put his name on the paper though or something.
Yeah, They said we don't know who it was, but he didn't take that test. And why did he would go to Michigan to take the SAT, and all the places in Chicago he went to Michigan to take it. That's crazy. So let's go in and jump into that final finale. That the Explorers against Bavista. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Yeah, Columbus gets.
Yeah, Christopher Columbus versus Bavista Prep.
Mm-hmm. The Illinois commit is on that team. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, that's your boy. Well, probably we should talk about Christopher Columbus first. Obviously, they were the preseason number one ranked team in the nation, but they lost a couple games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the Boozer Twins are the headline. You're not super high on Cameron, though, like a lot of people.
Yeah, I think he's another player. Prime example, real good. And the problem is not his fault, really. It's not the kid's fault at all. They've been somewhat hiding him.
Right.
Even 24/7 said the same thing. So I'm just not in my head. 24/7 said the same thing, that he should have been playing 17s way before he started playing 17s. I don't know how good he is because he's playing in controlled environments. And now he's the leader of that team. He's a senior with his brother, and they took a couple of L's lately. But I think he's a real good player. I think he's a lottery pick, man. I really think it's a lottery pick.
I mean, yeah, he's looking like a lottery pick, but he's going to be up against a top 5 player in the class of 2027 in Paul Osari for Bavista Prep. So they're about the same size. So that's going to be a really, really good matchup. Super interesting. Also, Maker is on Bavista Prep. We knew about the Thon Maker clan. So he's 7'1", rangy big to mess with Cameron. Bavista Prep has another player. Mayam is his name. I love when first names and last names are the same. You already know that's like a prerequisite. You're a very good shot blocker.
Yeah, gotta be. Yeah, that's rule for thumb. When you hit it, and when these African names like this.
Mayam. So Lyrese Robinson, Bavista Prep, he's not ranked right now. Class of 2027. I think he'll be ranked by this time next year. Another solid player, but yeah, that's probably the game of the week, or the game of the tournament, or the game of the showcase. Excuse me.
It's a toss-up. Yes. Yeah. It is. It is. I was going to say that Wheeler versus the Explorers. They shouldn't call them explorers. They should call them the conquerors. He wasn't. Christopher Columbus wasn't doing no exploring.
Yeah, he was.
That's funny. They call them explorers. He was going to conquer.
Yeah, I think all the Christopher Columbus statues have been torn down in this country. That happened.
Yeah, they're taking them down. They call it Native Day now. That's what they call that now.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I got Native American blood, but people get so excited about Thanksgiving, so it's like, make up your mind. Here, let's go through the rundown of the top players for Columbus real quick. So Cameron Boozer, number 2 in the class of 2025. Caden Boozer, his brother, he's top 25.
This is overrated.
Yeah, Caden's probably a little overrated.
He should be in the 60s or 70s.
Both going to Duke. Who else they got in their squad there? And then, Caleb Caskins. He's top 15 in the class of 2026. He fits in really nice next to the Boozer twin. Also, Jackson Richardson, the son of Jason Richardson. Top 30 in the class of 2026 on Columbus. Keeper Jackson on Columbus High School. He's ranked in about around 150 or so. Cello Jackson, another ranked player on Columbus. Columbus got a lot of ranked players here. And then for SoCal, though, for Bella Vista Prep, you really got to start with Paul Asari, the 5th ranked player in the class of 2027. Of course, Maya, Lyris Robinson, they're not ranked, but they're really good. And your boy, Spencer Ahrens, Bella Vista Prep, going to Illinois. Probably ranked around 120 in the class of 2025.
I can't wait to see him play. You said white dude, right?
Yes, sir.
Break down his game for me. So what kind of treat I'm going to get with him, seeing him play tomorrow?
He's rangy. He's got to really put on weight. He's thin, but he's got size, length. They've been recruiting so well in Illinois and just developing. They really develop their players well.
They're the best development college in
basketball.
Yep, they don't get no credit for that. They really don't get no credit for how well they develop. You know what, man? We did the 1:00 game for the second day first. I wonder why the videos wasn't lining up with what we were talking about. Now that makes sense. I'm like,
the SoCal Combine Academy is the 1:00 game on Friday.
Yeah, let's go and pull that. Oh, let me finish talking about this. So, Illinois get the proper due respect. People don't do their homework, man. They really don't do their homework. I hear these kids talk, and I hear people talking about when these colleges come talk to them, all that. If Illinois is not on your list and they want you, you need to take a look in the mirror and scratch your head. It's not because I'm an Illinois fan. They are in the top 3, guaranteed top 5, top 3 on NIL deals. They pay the most money out. That's what people don't say. They pay the most money out.
They get players to the league. If your job is if you want to make money and then make the NBA, Illinois should be right there. Their facilities are second to none.
Exactly. They about to update them again. You know that, right?
So that's about it.
And the AD, he won't stop till you get a national championship. That's why they were about to redo the facility again. The facility was done 5 or 6 years ago. They about to do some modifications to it now. And they develop you and all that stuff. So there's a couple of kids out of Atlanta that they wanted. But they didn't want to go there because Illinois was honest with them. Illinois basically told them, we want you. This is where you at. This is where you're going to be in year 2. And like, year 2? What are you talking? What about year 1? They're like, you're not ready to start for us and give us serious minutes. We're going to be real with you, but we're going to pay you. We're going to pay you good. We're going to develop you good. If you wild and surprise us, you can play this year, but we don't see it. So a couple of players got mad because other programs came in and told them and sold them the whole kitchen sink in the house about this and that and that and that. And I hope it work out for them.
You really can't judge a book by its cover with Brad Underwood, the head coach. I mean, just look at him. Look at him. He looks angry. He looks like, I don't want to be around this guy, but then I've heard him, hearing him talk and just hearing his players talk about him, he seems, like an awesome guy.
Now, he cool as a fan. He doesn't take no prisoners and he don't take BS. But yeah, I know what you're talking about because every time he see me, I met him like 5 or 6 times and he give me that look like he mad. It just be that cold stare, but that's just how he is, really. That's really how he is. The only person I really seen him smile at on a regular basis is his wife. Everybody else, he get that cold stare to, or his daughters. They don't even come to games no more.
Old mentality.
Yeah, you sure do.
Especially with the slick back hair.
Mm-hmm. One thing I
speaking of AD though in Illinois, how did Illinois let AD leave Illinois to play for Kentucky and your arch nemesis?
Word on the street was $250,000. Why that happened?
That'll do it. That'll do it.
That's what word on the street on that. That's what I was told.
Like
they said money talking, BS walks.
Market.
Or as they told me.
And he's worth every freaking penny too. Won him a championship.
Yep. On that. All right, so go ahead. Let's go ahead into that's my fault. I screwed up on this. We're gonna go and talk about this combine.
So I wasn't really familiar with them out of South Carolina.
And those dudes could play, man. Those dudes could play.
So you like them to beat SoCal Academy then, huh?
I think that game gonna be I think that game, my humble personal opinion, that game is gonna be the type of game where it should have been late in the day. It's not gonna get a lot of eyeballs on it. And a lot of these content creators are gonna be very mad that they wasn't at that game. I think they're gonna be very mad they wasn't at that game, man. I really believe that. I'm not sure exactly how good the game gonna be.
SoCal Academy.
But I don't think they're gonna disappoint, man. I don't think they're gonna disappoint.
I think they laid out a decent schedule though for the later games. There's some consolidated games like that. Bell Vista Prep versus Christopher Columbus at 7 p.m. on Friday. That game's going to be amazing.
But this Combine Academy in Southern California it's going to be talked about in the gym on Friday. It's going to be talked about why it was in a later game. Because like prime example, you got Caden Magwood. He has, how can I say this? He has Stephon Curry in his game with Gary Payton attitude. Okay.
Nice.
Yes, exactly. They say that he's a little bit of a hothead. I don't really think I think it's the wrong terminology. I think they typecast in the wrong way. I think it's maturity. As you get around,
Vernon Maxwell.
Yes. Once he gets in college and see how big the stage is, I think he will adjust and mature. But Caden Magwell, man, he'll give you the business, man. So I got my hard drive hooked up to things, so I think I could pull up Caden Magwood where we could check him out. Let me go dig in the archives on that. See if I can pull him up so anybody has not seen him play, they could.
I mean, the SoCal team, though, they're loaded and they should be good. But, I mean, They're flying all the way from California, right? They're flying the farthest.
They already here though.
Combine Academies from South Carolina, right next door.
They already here. But SoCal come every year. They good. And they coach. Oh, they coach. I love that coach. That coach, that's another coach. Takes no prisoners, dude. That's another coach. Take no prisoners.
Good.
Yeah, take no prisoners.
Well, I wouldn't be flying all the way to California to catch any arrows, so you better get those dubs.
Yeah, Caden, if you watching this, anybody watching from Caden, he owed me an interview, man, for his commitment, man. We supposed to be tight. Yeah, he owed me an interview. I should have hit up Josiah, because Josiah's on that team. Josiah from Lee County. He plays on there. He played with Game Elite this year. He's another. They got a bunch of players that are underrated. Have a bunch of underrated players on their team, like Caden Magwood. I think he's ranked number 44. And this dude's way better than Caden Boozer. Way better.
Yeah, you're saying that. Yeah.
Caden Boozer is. Hey, you got to get in when you fit in, and I can't knock it. You on a good team with your twin brother. And you just throw it to the rim. I'm not trying to say he's not a good player, but he's a product of his last name and who his dad is and what shoe company he plays for. Caden Magwood would thrash this dude. I would like to see both of them go head to head. I'm pretty sure Caden Magwood will get him 40. That dude got a capability to get 40 or 50 on him.
There's only one way to find out.
And he kind of, I understand it because I see a lot of me in him and like a lot of old school players in him. Like a lot of time he'll talk some ish that'd be kind of super crazy where he get the dude so riled up or get him out of his game or get the dude playing so good where he has to play at a different level to back up what he just said, the check he just wrote. So the cash won't bounce. If you're under 17 or 18, you might understand about bouncing checks and writing checks because y'all just know debit cards and Bitcoin.
I just Vimo my money.
So if you're young watching this in high school or middle school, people our age are laughing right now, smiling. Yeah. A lot of y'all probably have no idea what a check is. You know, you write down the amount, who it's to, you sign it, you put the date on it, and why you paid it. And a lot of times, checks took so long to process. It took like 3 to 5 days to process. So people write a check, and even the money not even being in the account yet. And sometimes they don't get in the account, they'll bounce.
Cash.
What you say now?
Where to check their butts can't cash.
Mm-hmm. Yep. On that. But yeah, Caden, not just Caden Magwood, that dude he's so underappreciated. He's so underappreciated. On that.
I hope he has a nice little game tomorrow.
I got this video playing on. I'm pretty sure our next one we're gonna talk about is the Pepperbrook Wasatch 7 o'clock game on Saturday. Next game we're gonna feature.
Wasatch, the only team from Utah.
I like that coach too. Man, I like that coach.
They're probably like the second best team in Utah, maybe behind Utah Prep with AJ DeManza.
You know, another thing I just realized, I just thought about that a lot of people ain't doing. You know, a lot of people, they make these mixtapes. They don't even play music no more. Have you noticed that? They got the stand stuff in it. They go real cheap, dude.
It's affected my enjoyment of mixtapes, quite frankly. I mean, remember Seventh Woods mixtape back in the day?
Yeah, I like that mixtape. You talking about the one I did?
Yeah.
I ain't like it. When I looked at it, I thought it was cheesy and corny. At the time, I thought it was fire, man. Like, oh, man, yeah. I did my thing. And I looked at it. You know, I'm a hardest critic. And I looked at that thing and I said, man, that is cheesy. It's super cheesy to me. And people who watching this podcast right now and familiar with Gymratinsider, y'all might be saying, highlight tape and mixtape, because you really don't see us do that. Like, mixtapes is like kind of boring for me. They're like real easy to do. This podcast, I ain't got it halfway straight. So every week I'm constantly working on it, and I'm going live, so I'm just throwing more on my plate and just thrashing me. And I ain't got it mastered yet, also so much of a challenge. I can make a dope mixtape like in 2 or 3 hours and put in the work and go get the content. Cause we got so many sick players coming through Atlanta, and so many sick players playing Atlanta. It'd be very easy to do a mixtape. Like, I just played that Kate Magwood, and that's an average clean mixtape that I done. Like, I wouldn't say since I've been back, in 2024, I'm gonna play before we go into this game. It make no sense. He should be playing it